Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited to be filming this vlog today as I am in the Bay of Islands with my parents and my boyfriend George. If you're new here, hi, I'm Georgia and I'm a Scottish girl living in New Zealand. We live in Queenstown, but we're up here in the Bay of Islands for around 5 days to spend some time with my parents, and I'm so excited to be here. We have literally just arrived and I'm sat in the guest bedroom, I suppose. It's just me, my boyfriend and my parents, so we're in the other two rooms, and then there is this third room which I have turned into my wardrobe. I just have all my clothes just laid around this room, and I'm using it as my getting ready, chatting to the vlog room, so you might see this room quite a lot, but excuse the mess behind me. I'm just using it as a little bit of a wardrobe, and I'm gonna get ready because we're gonna head out for dinner in 45 minutes, so I'm rapid fire doing some makeup and getting ready while chatting to you guys. So we came over to New Zealand in February 2025, and so I have not seen my parents, well, I had not seen them since then, and then they arrived in New Zealand at the start of January. So we did see them in Queenstown. They came to visit us in our town in Queenstown at the start of the month, which was so nice. We just spent the 4 days in Queenstown, our town, and it was just so nice to show them where we lived and spend some quality time together, especially since it's been Christmas and obviously we'd both been away from our families, and yeah, it was just so nice to see them and to show them where we've been living and hanging out, where we work, things like that, which was it was just magic, to be fair, and we just both felt so grateful that we were able to show them around, where we've been living and enjoying for the past year. And then they've gone off and done a bit of travelling around, well, I say a bit, they've done loads of travelling around New Zealand. They've seen so much of the South and the North Island, so they've been here for 3 weeks, I suppose, and then we've just met up with them this week, so it's the 24th of January right now. So we're spending these few days in the Bay of Islands. We've just been in Mount Maunganui, which was so nice, but when we first arrived, literally the day we arrived, they had their massive storm, and unfortunately the few days that we were there were, to be honest, it makes me emotional even talking about it, but it was just really sad and not the best, I suppose, atmosphere. It was very eerie and heavy because they've just had a massive landslide in one of their campsites at the bottom of the mount, which, it was just horrible to say the least, and I'm probably not going to touch on it again in this video because I've been spending the last 48 hours just with such a heavy heart and feeling really sad for everyone involved, and it did really impact our time there, and I was so gutted for my parents as well because they weren't really able to experience the mount in its full entirety. Obviously that is not my main concern. My main concern is for the event and everyone involved, and the deep sadness that I have for them, but I also do have sadness for my parents not really being able to experience it in the full amazing light that Mount Maunganui is. So yeah, I was actually going to vlog those first few days and I haven't because it just didn't feel right. It didn't feel right bring my camera out and being on camera and trying to be normal when, to be honest, every 5 minutes I was just checking my phone to see if there'd been an update. And Mount Maunganui is somewhere really close to my heart, and it was just heartbreaking to experience so closely an event like that. So yeah, I didn't end up vlogging that, and to be fair, I am quite relieved to just be away from there now because I feel it was very just heavy and I felt really helpless. So I'm relieved, I think is the right word, to be kind of up here and on to the next leg of our holiday, and also just kind of still my thoughts are just with the families involved. So we're here in Paia for 4 nights, and this is kind of our base of the holiday, and then we do have some day trips planned to Russell and other parts of the Bay of Islands. I can't remember them off the top of my head, but we do have so much planned, which I'm so excited about because George and I have done so much travel whilst we've been here, and the Northland is somewhere that we haven't explored yet, so I'm always really excited to explore new places and obviously create new memories, especially now being with my parents, which is so nice. Given the recent storms as well that have hit the Northland and Auckland, I was actually feeling really anxious of the drive up today and what we were going to be experiencing roads wise, but honestly they actually weren't too bad. We were quite lucky. We did have to take a diversion, which made the journey a lot longer, so it did take us like 6 hours to get here, which was a long drive, but we just kept ourselves occupied and we had some nice stop offs and things like that, so it wasn't too bad. And yeah, we got here for like 5:30, which honestly we've had worse drives. George and I were saying like this is nothing compared to when we did Christmas and we drove like 11 hours in a day. But the weather has been extremely mixed and we've had a lot of rain. It literally did seem that like every time we got out of the car it started raining, which wasn't ideal, but touch wood, this is a wooden table that you're sitting on, it's not going to rain here tonight because we're going to try and walk to dinner, which will be so nice. We are actually going for dinner at a restaurant called the Tipsy Oyster, which I've actually had recommended and so has my dad, so I'm very excited. George has had a look at the menu and he said that it looks really good and there's quite a lot of options, which we love. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited to get some food because honestly, I'm starving. We stopped off at a McDonald's on the way because it was kind of the only thing that we like could see from the road and we were just kind of keen to get here. So we had a McDonald's, which honestly I was not mad about. I had a little McSpicy burger, which went down a treat. And then we just got back on the road. So we've kind of been driving all day. So I think everyone is in need of a drink and some food and just sitting in the sunshine. Okay, makeup is done and I now need to go and sort my hair out and oh my god, look at my hair. Yes, I need to sort this hair out because it's just been like up in a clip all day. And then I want to show you a little bit of a tour of where we're staying because it is absolutely stunning. Okay, so I'm ready and my hair is up. But I was going to give you a quick tour of the apartment slash house, but we are actually heading out the door for dinner now. I was running a little bit late, so I'm going to have to do that at a different time. I will show you the view though because it's absolutely stunning. Look at this. This is a view from our bedroom, which, oh my god, it's just beautiful. And then we have some nice seating over here. There's actually a table around there as well. And this is the living room, so you get the view out of the windows, which is so nice. We are just back from the Tipsy Oyster and it was so good. Guys, how do you rate the Tipsy Oyster out of 10? Mum's giving it a thumbs up.
I would give it a 9.
A 9. What was your favourite dish?
Espresso martini.
It's not a dish. That's a drink. The cocktails were really good. I had, what did we have? It was like a tequila and rum, coconut, like strawberry cocktail. It was really good. Mum had an espresso martini and we had so much food. It was so good. And now we are making cups of tea. George is currently on the teas. And the Airbnb owners, actually I'm going to show you. We've kind of tucked into the hamper, but they've given us all of this food and cheese and chocolate fingers. So we're going to tuck into these as a cup of tea and just chill for the rest of the evening.
Well, no, we're not having cheese and chocolate fingers.
We're not having cheese and chocolate fingers. We're just going to have chocolate fingers and then probably head to bed because it's been a long travel day and we've got some exciting plans tomorrow. Hopefully the weather will be nice. So yeah. just back from Kerry and it was really nice actually. The market was very small but just nice to like wander around, and then we went to a little walk out to just near Rainbow Falls. It wasn't quite out the full way but we went halfway, and I think it was called Stone House, which is where I believe one of the Maori treaties was first signed, which was actually really interesting to learn about. We didn't do the full experience because we do have the treaty grounds booked for Tuesday, so we didn't do the full thing, but we just walked around the grounds, which was absolutely beautiful. And now the sun is shining again and we're back at the house. We've got some lunch, some sandwiches, and I think George and I might head into the little town of Pahia and look at some kayaking, which should be exciting. So yeah, maybe do that on Tuesday or Wednesday, which would be nice. But for now we're just going to chill in the sunshine, eat some lunch, and yeah, enjoy our beautiful house because it is so gorgeous here. Good morning, it is now Monday and I thought I would just check in with the vlog because I feel like I've not been the best vlogger in the last like 24 hours. Yesterday was a pretty chill one, to be honest. We obviously arrived on Saturday evening and then yesterday was just more of like a let's get our bearings and yeah, just like see where we are, and we didn't have any plans or anything, so it was actually really, really nice to just not do much. I read so much of my book and we actually went over to Kerry to the farmers market, which was really good, but none of us brought cash and it was only cash only, so it was cash only, so we didn't get too much, but that was fine. And then we headed to the stone house, which I think I mentioned a little bit yesterday, but that was really, really good. We didn't pay to like go in and do the tour or anything because we do have a treaty ground experience tour book to learn more about the Maori history up here, which I'm really excited about. That's tomorrow. But yeah, for the rest of the day we literally just came back and had lunch, and then George and I actually headed down to the little town of Pahia where we are, and we looked at booking some kayaks, which is really exciting. So I think we're going to do some kayaking maybe tomorrow afternoon, depending on what the weather is like. We've not booked anything yet, but I think I'm going to book that because yeah, that could be really fun and a nice thing to just do to like get out and about. But yeah, and then literally the rest of the day I just read my book, we had a barbecue. The weather has been really weird. It's been like on and off raining pretty much the whole time, which is such a shame, but the rain like comes and goes really fast. We actually got trapped in some when we were in town and we just stood under a toilet block for like 10 minutes and then it passed, so that wasn't too bad. But this morning I have woken up fairly early. We were going to watch the sunrise this morning, but I actually got up at like 6 and was kind of looking out and I was like, it's way too cloudy for a sunrise, you can't really see anything. So we actually decided just to go back to sleep because we've got a big day planned today. We are heading over to Russell, which I'm so excited about because I've heard such good things. Everyone that I tell that I'm coming to the Bay of Islands tells me to go to Russell, so I'm really excited for that. I've just had a shower, hence why my hair looks rather crazy. I'm like trying to just lean into my curly hair this holiday because I didn't bring any curlers or anything, but it is looking rather wild, but hopefully once it dries it'll look okay. But yeah, I'm gonna just use this morning to like get ready. We're gonna get the water taxi over to Russell at like 10:30 and then just kind of spend the day there really. We have lunch booked at a really nice place that my parents found and apparently it's like the place to go in Russell, and then we're just going to walk around and see where the day takes us. To be fair, neither of us have been here before obviously, and my parents are visiting, so I'm just excited to see what Russell is like because as I said, everyone says it's really, really nice, so that should be lovely and a nice day out exploring. I think I'm ready to kind of do some exploring now. I think yesterday was so chill, which was so nice, but I think I get such itchy feet when I'm on holiday and I just want to go and like see what's around. I think especially because I've not been here before. Like I think when we were in Mount Maunganui and obviously when we were showing my parents around Queenstown and Arrowtown, we live there and have been there many times, so I was more chill just to like not do much. But here I'm like, I want to actually see what's around and yeah, go and explore also whilst like still chilling because it is like a more relaxing holiday. But yeah, what is the time right now? 8:10, so we're not doing too bad. Probably gonna need to leave at like 9:15, 9:30, 10:15. So I've still got a while. I don't really know what I'm gonna wear. Maybe you guys can help me. Because I'm like, oh, I might wear like a dress, but then what if it rains? The weather in New Zealand is just so annoying. Oh my god, there's some birds perched. They are just living their best life. They're a really nice colour, they're like cream. I also want to show you my view right now. You can kind of see it behind me, but I'm going to show you again. I think I showed this in the start of the vlog, but it's just too pretty to not show you again. It's a little bit cloudy this morning, but still so beautiful. Okay, I am ready and I thought I would give you a little outfit of the day. I've got my sunglasses from Costa. This necklace is actually a gift from my boyfriend for my birthday. And this bag is just a little cotton on, like random tote bag. And then this dress is ASOS, I believe. I've had this for ages and I brought this out with me. And then I've just got my Havaianas, I don't know if you can see this. Got my Havaiana flip flops on and I've got a jumper in my bag and waterproof because, as I said, the weather has been so random recently, so dressing for all weathers. But I'm really excited to go to Brussels, so let's go get the ferry. We have arrived in Russell and Dad wants to climb Flagship Hill. Flagship Hill is what it's called?
Flagstaff?
And Flagstaff Hill. And I'm climbing it in a dress, which is very on me, but I dressed for lunch at the Marlborough Hotel, so here we are. I feel like that is the epitome of being a girl, but the view is stunning. Now, and we had a lovely little time over there. It was very small, very quaint, and yeah, just really chilled actually. We walked around the town for a little bit. It's very small, so it didn't really take us very long, but we were there from like 11, and then our lunch booking at the Duke of Marlborough wasn't until 2, I think, and that was really nice. It was very fancy, but it was really, really good, and yeah, we just had a really, really chilled afternoon, which is kind of what we all needed. A bit of exploring, a bit of chilling. The weather's not been too great, like it's just been kind of overcast like it is now. It's still really, really warm, so we are not complaining, but it was really, really lovely. So we'd recommend a little day trip over to Russell if you are in the Bay of Islands and looking for a little day thing to do, day out type thing. But I did want to show you guys some bits that I picked up. I did film in the shop, but I was in a bit of a rush because in classic man style, George and my dad were sat outside the shop waiting on me and my mum, picking out what we wanted. They weren't rushing us, but I just didn't want to keep them too long because we didn't have too long before our lunch reservation. But I picked up a few things from Caravan Clothing and Home. I literally just saw this when we were walking down the street and it just really looked like a bit of me, so I went in and of course I was obsessed with everything. And to be honest, out of all the shops that we've been into, like even in the Mount, I haven't really picked up anything this holiday, and I just thought, you know what, I actually have had a really, really busy December, and I was speaking to George about this before because I had a really busy December and start of January, so I kind of wanted to treat myself to a few bits, so that's what I did, and this was the perfect shop because it just had so many cute bits. So the first thing that I saw, and I actually have been admiring this brand for quite a while, it's the collab like bags. They do these like recycled bags. I believe they do like tote bags, but this is like almost like a toiletry size bag, or I was even thinking of using it for like camera equipment or just like things to put in whilst I'm traveling. I always find like when you're using a small suitcase especially, or even just like in the car, having like little bags like this is really helpful for like keeping everything in its place and knowing where everything is. Like my film camera, pens for journaling, things like that, I always just lose because they're just in like random places. So I picked up this, it was really reasonable, $23, and I love the print that's on it as well. It's a really cool material as well. It's kind of like waterproof, is the only way I can describe it, and yeah, it's good for the environment as well, which is always nice. So I picked this up, and then I was browsing around their clothes, and to be honest, I always feel like with shops like this, clothing can be quite pricey, but I was looking around and I saw all these trousers and I just thought, you know what, I cannot not have these, and I actually think they were really reasonable. They were $120, so like £60, which I think is really quite reasonable for like a good pair of trousers, and they're by Assembly Label, that's the brand if you're interested. And these are the Lola Barrel Pant, and they're this gorgeous blue, like powder blue colour, and they're just like barrel trousers with an elasticated waist, and I tried them on and I was like, you know what, these fit too well not to leave. So I picked these up, and I'm actually really happy with these because I've been looking for a good fitting pair of trousers that aren't like a jean, because the barrel trousers that I have already are my Free People dungarees and my Free People leopard print jeans, and I wear them all the time. So I'm really glad to have another pair in my wardrobe that will be good for like the rest of summer and into spring. They are quite a thick material as well, so I feel like I'll be warm enough and be able to wear these like interseasonally as well, which is really nice. So I'm really happy with these little purchases. But we are back home now, and to be honest, we are all really tired. I was just saying to George, I feel like I need to just like go and have a nap or read my book for a bit. We did have like a very big lunch, so I'm wanting to just chill. I might, just sit here honestly and read my book for an hour, and then I think we might play some cards, and I think charcuterie is on the menu tonight because, as I said, we did have a massive lunch. So I think a nice chill, maybe a movie night is in store, and yeah, just have a bit of a cozy one because the weather still isn't great, but to be honest, I actually am kind of loving it because I feel like when the weather is super sunny, you instantly feel the pressure to like be out doing things all the time, and I think this holiday we've just been really kind to ourselves and not been putting pressure on to be like go all the time, which has been really refreshing, because I feel like especially for mum and dad, they've been like on the go non-stop. So we're all very much appreciating this slow pace, which is really nice, and actually in January exactly what we've been needing as well. So yeah, I'm just delighted with how this holiday is going so far, and I'm so excited to share the rest of it with you guys. But for now, I'm going to go read my book and chill right here for a few hours. Good morning, it is now the next day and we've just woken up and come to the Waitangi Treaty Grounds for a little tour, and I think they do a show as well, so that should be really fun. It actually has been a beautiful morning. I woke up and did some Pilates on the balcony and just had some breakfast, and yeah, now we're at the museum, hence why I'm speaking really quietly, but we're just waiting to start our tour and then we're going to do that this morning. We are back from the museum now, and we just headed down to the beachfront in Paihia to go and do some kayaking with actually some friends that are here from Queenstown that I worked with over there, and they are just doing some travelling before they head off to Asia. So we're just about to go and head up and meet them and then do our kayaking, which I'm really excited about. Actually, the sun is like trying to break through the clouds, so we're hoping to get some sunshine to do our kayaking, and then we might go for a little drink in town. and we've actually just swam all the way around one of the bays, and oh my god, it is absolutely beautiful. So warm. We honestly couldn't have got a better day for it because our weather, as I keep saying, has been so mixed, and yeah, it's just been glorious. I'm filming on my phone, so sorry if the quality's bad, but I just didn't want to risk bringing my Osmo out. But look at this view. So we have come off the boat and we're back in Pahia, looking for a little glass of wine, and it is peak holiday vibes right now. We're very happy. Did you enjoy the boat?
Yes, it's great.
Hello and good morning. It is Thursday morning this morning, and it's our final morning in Pahia. We're just currently getting everything packed away. I'm ready to leave the Airbnb. I've just made myself a peppermint tea, and yeah, I think I'm actually packed now, which is good. George is just cleaning the barbecue in the background, so sorry if that is causing some background noise. We're just like all systems go to get away. We are actually heading to Auckland for the next couple of days because my parents are flying out of there, and so will we. So we just thought we'd spend the last few days of the trip in Auckland and yeah, explore the city a little bit more, because we had been in Auckland at the very beginning of our trip when we first arrived, but we were so jet lagged that we never actually did a whole load of exploring. So we're gonna do some fun things there, which I'm really excited about. But for now, yeah, we're leaving Pahia and the Bay of Islands, which I'm so sad about. It's been so lovely, and yesterday we probably had our best day of weather, and today has been so far the same. It's absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, it's a shame that we're leaving on such good weather because we have had a bit of a mixed time of it. But yesterday I think we just hit the jackpot because we did our boat trip, which was absolutely incredible. I could not recommend doing a boat trip enough. Obviously we are in like boat trip haven up here, and like it makes sense to do one, but if you are coming up here, I'd really recommend doing a boat trip. We took a boat trip with, I believe the company was called Explorer, and we went to Otte Bay, which was this gorgeous little bay. It had like a little restaurant on it. It kind of reminded me of Walter's Peak in Queenstown, but like not as high end. We got the boat and then we like had some lunch, like a buffet lunch, and then we actually did paddleboarding and kayaking, which I also updated you guys on, but it was just so amazing and the weather was insane. So yeah, we could not have asked for a better last few days here, and yeah, now we're going to get on the road and get over to Auckland. I'm actually really excited to spend some time in like a city, because I feel like being in New Zealand, especially living in like Queenstown and places like that, although Queenstown is very big and like we do have like shops and it is kind of like a big town, small city vibe, I haven't been in like a city in so long, so I'm excited just to have a bit of a change of scene, go to some fun brunch places, and yeah, I think we might go to Waiheke Island as well and go to a winery, which should be lovely. So yeah, for now I'm actually going to wrap up this vlog here. So thank you so much for watching if you made it this far. I really hope you've enjoyed the Northland vlog and being in the Bay of Islands. This is obviously a new place for me to explore, so I'm really excited and happy to share it with you guys as well. If you enjoyed this video, comment island down below and let me and everyone else know if you have any other recommendations for this part of the country. We are definitely going to be coming back here, so I would love to know if you have any other places that we should visit, because obviously we've only been to a really small part of this beautiful part of the country, and George and I have already said that we want to come back up here. So yeah, comment island and comment your recommendation of somewhere to go in the Bay of Islands. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.